You'll have to pardon all the hiccups and delays. Not that there's anybody out there to complain. Here we go, kids. All right, let's see how this sounds. Pretty smooth. Live from the Crescent Moon Temple, it's the morning show with your host, Tolinar. Hey, doesn't that sound good? Let's get it. It's time to play the music. Switch all of the cameras on. It's time for the morning show, and I'm doing it on my own. We had serious audio glitches. I took some time to tune it up. It's time for the morning show. Hopefully it's been tightened enough. Roll systems. The host, the guest, the audience. It's what I'm here to be. There's no one even watching. This show depends on me. But I want to have the best show that I can produce in my own way. So I'll take time and clean it up. We're gonna do it, well, okay. Let's quickly check the chat room. Is anybody here at home? I don't see anybody. I guess that means that's fine. Okay. The mics are alright. The volume levels are okay. This is awkward. At least I know that I am somewhere floating around in space. Maybe here, maybe there. Figure it out. No one cares. The host, the guest, the audience. It's what I've got to be. I'm also my sound checker and quality assurance. I work the curtains. I work the lights. I sound really out of sync, but that's okay because I'm doing it right, and it's exactly where I think it should be. The host, the guest, the audience. It's what I've got to be. I'll stress the test limits to see if I can get something of quality. The morning show's got a hot opening song. I like it quite a bit. It took me a while to come up with it, but now we're here and that's it, I think. I've got a lot of different tools actually for music, and I plan to make more. We're starting to get better. It's getting good. I think this is what we want to have. The cat has come over seeking apologies from me. I haven't done shit. What was that? What was that, kitty? What do you want to say? What was that, Mona? What is it, Mona? That's what I thought. You gonna talk to the morning show? You wanna say hello to the folks? Goodness, you're off the mic. Like what? Yes, Mona. Oh no. Oh no. Cat's like, I do not want to be part of this shenanigan. I don't blame him. He's gonna hop up here, huh? Is that what it is? Like, well, you're not actually gonna have a morning without me. No, a morning without the cat is no morning at all. Let's face it, let's be real. Today is January 23rd. And I am quite relaxed. We've had 0 drop frames and the sync seems to be pretty good. Volume levels are ideal for background music. I think we're about there. Honestly, today's topic of discussion is the truth of sloth, and I am taking it easy. Oh, cat. Sloth is so much more complicated than falling asleep. Although, honestly, a nice touch. So let's get in bed and take a nap, and I'll tell you all about... Oh no, hang on. My phone is not plugged in, and I can't see the chat room. So I have to go get my phone, plug it in, and get going. Where is that thing? Let's see here. All right, we're getting around. Running QA on my own show, quite difficult. Here we go. There we go. We've got it scooped up. That looks nice. And then my manager. Volume levels down. We're about there. All right. Now that I've done the necessities, let's talk about Sloth. I'll climb back into bed and nap while I'm talking. Because what could be more slothy than that? Well, you'd be surprised. What even is sloth? Doesn't it mean being lazy as hell? Well, the thing about laziness is 99% the creation of the efficient human. As we strive for efficiency, we cut out extra steps and overhead, trimming the fat where we can. The result is fast and efficient execution. Huh? Oh, someone's here. Well, good morning there, someone. How you doing? I'll send me a little text message. How? That should show up right on stream. So the chess looks like latency's around 7 seconds. Good morning. Good morning. So, what's the big deal with... Oh, they faffed right off. They're like, oh no, don't you dare text me. How dare. How dare. Anyway. So, Sloth. Let's start with the motive. The motive of survival. The motive of survival is an unmistakable and unbreakable instinct, because it is linked to our very existence. Only a person who has ceased to properly exist will not have the survival motive. It requires some pretty serious brain breakage. But, as it turns out, that brain breakage occurs. Now, what just happened? Oh, my stream is hiccupy. Well, that's no good. Well, anyways, the VOD will be consistent. My stream is bouncing all over the place. But, we're doing what we can do. Just entirely lost connection for a minute there. The motive to stay alive and survive extends to most types of physical feedback. Pain, discomfort, hunger, being too cold or too hot, thirst, they are all projections of the same thing. They all represent the same family. Biofeedback is inherent to existence. If you don't have it, there's something very, very wrong. It's a very rare problem. Oh. You'd be 1 in 10 million if you didn't have proper biofeedback. But hiccups do happen. You get itches and tickles. You suffer from allergy attacks. So biofeedback is not infallible, but it's reliable. We pay a great deal of attention to it. All our action systems are bent around staying alive for as long as generally possible. Eating well, avoiding pain. And the feedback loop is pretty successful. If you do what you can to keep your body comfortable and out of pain, you tend to live a much longer life. Overall, the motive is successful. So, how does this become a virtue? And which one does it become? Well, when a person seeks to survive and pours lots of extra effort into the earning of money and the bettering of their situation, the collection of food, then that's industry. When a person is industrious and hardworking, why, society can smile on them and say, wow, what a nice person. It also goes hand in hand with generosity, because a person who is strong enough to support their own life can be strong enough to help others as well. And while it is not possible to directly influence someone else's biofeedback network, it is very possible to provide financial support for them in the modern world. You can provide food and shelter for other people. You can contribute to the social fabric. And from a social perspective, this is the part of survival that is a virtue. Industry improves the overall potential of this social group. The more you do, the more you can do, and the more society can do with you. By its inverse, sloth is when a person has the potential to make society a better place and simply doesn't, favoring instead their own comfort and survival. Sloth is when a person who can easily do something to make someone else's life easier chooses not to. And it is a social sin because it means one person's comfort at the expense of another person's. The refusal to act is just as socially frowned upon as taking action to harm another. Morning, newbie. How you doing? We're having stream hiccups today. I've got my audio problems fixed up. Today we're discussing the mortal sin of sloth and how it is connected to industry. So sloth and industry are both extensions of the drive to survive. They operate on biofeedback. And the human mind being beautifully complex, we can take a concept as simple as a glass of water and bring out huge, complex rigmarole systems. We get water filters and we schedule pitchers and we put lemon slices, all because we want a little water. Well, when we do a great many things to ensure the water supply is stable and strong for ourselves and for others, that's industry. Society benefits from our need to survive, and everybody has an easier time surviving. Sloth, on the other hand, is when you could do something to help everyone survive better, but you decide you don't want to, so you don't. It prioritizes your own personal comfort versus the group's. This is where sloth appears. Sloth has nothing to do with sleeping in. The fact that I'm doing the radio show from bed does not mean that I'm slothful. Humans understand that relaxing and being healthy is part of good living, that there's no such thing as sleeping too much until you start to get a headache from it. The real problem is what you're neglecting. Neglect is what it comes down to. Now, there is always a fulcrum between the sin and the virtue, the decisive point that causes the virtue to become the sin. and vice versa, depending on whether or not a person feels or behaves in that way. And for Sloth, where is that fulcrum? It's the thought, I can never make a difference. It is the feeling of insignificance that gives rise to sloth. When a person feels that their actions can make a difference, they invariably choose to make a difference because humans are ambitious and they want to achieve as much as possible. In addition, humans are emotionally connected and they don't want to be culpable for something that happens. They don't want to be unfair. Being busy and doing many things has excellent aesthetic, and only by doing can one discover. Plus, failing to do things means missing out on life. So, if someone feels that their actions can make a difference, then all of the motives point towards action. But when someone feels that their actions wouldn't change anything, then one can become slothful. One can miss opportunities to make a difference. Their friends can simply have to do without. The person becomes insignificant further, having achieved nothing. That's the thing about insignificance. If you think you are, then you are. Now, you can believe you're significant and be wrong. You might still be insignificant even if you think otherwise. But you will behave virtuously if you believe you are significant. It's an important delineation. So, there's a great deal of pressure that comes from running a business and making decisions about what actions a business should take. These are people who direct the outcome of hundreds and thousands of lives, and there's a lot of pressure. And does the person who is most capable to run the business end up running the business? No. It is the person who convinces the most people that they would do a good job. It's really much more based on charisma, and for that matter, people who are strongly charismatic might not be the best fit for the job, but that doesn't keep them from taking it. You ever wondered why AAA game studios sometimes struggle to maintain quality control? Well, indie devs produce things that are amazing because some indie devs happen to have the talent. But people who are CEOs never have the talent. They're always the people who control other people. That's the nature of it. Anyways, we're getting off of Sloth. Interesting topic, but a bit side. So, the drive to be healthy helps us decide which tasks to do and which tasks are not worth our trouble. And sloth is when a person feels insignificant, so they don't do things that they otherwise would be able to do. Meanwhile, industry is when a person feels they can be significant, so they do their best. They work hard to create change and make things as successful and comfortable as possible for everyone. So in my case, taking the effort to get back into bed was not sloth, but industry. I'm resting up. I'm getting my battery full. Now I could probably do some other things. This morning we spent a number of minutes syncing up the audio. Taking the time to do that is, let's see what we got here. Take a look. I believe significance is not based on how you are looked upon, but how many lives you can change for the better. Yes. That's just it. The feeling of significance is different from the external perception of significance. And that's just the point. External perception is going to be disconnective from what someone feels, but it's the feeling that convinces someone to either sin or act in virtue. How someone feels about their significance can be very, very, very different from the actual significance they hold. And so someone's behavior can change quite a lot based on misconception. A video game CEO might think he is quite significant, and so he will act industriously. And in fact, he's completely irrelevant. Someone who works construction job might think he's insignificant and stay home for the day because he's not feeling it. And the site would be worse off for him not being there. But significance is always in balance with personal needs, and that's important. The parable of Sloth is usually told as the person clinging to the cliff while another sits on watches. You could help. Do you choose to? The insignificant person might say, I could try to, but that would just implicate me. I would feel very, very guilty if something happened and I had tried to assist, or worse, I could get hurt myself. There is risk involved in helping. The presence or absence of risk usually isn't a very moderating factor in human behavior. We use risk as an excuse when we feel that we won't have a positive effect, when we are uncertain of our own contribution. A person who is confident that they can help will dash over and do what they can, regardless of the fact that there is a risk they could be pulled over the cliff as well. Fear does not dictate our decisions very much when it comes to these matters. No, it is usually significance that stays our feet. The thought that I'm not sure I'm actually strong enough to help. I don't think I can help very much. I don't think my contribution is worthwhile. Then we start to question the safety. After all, wouldn't I be in risk also? If they fell, wouldn't I be responsible? This leads to sloth, the feeling of insignificance. If they thought that other people were going to help, their other people are closer. Well, yes, that's feeling insignificant, and we won't act because someone else should act because I'm not that important. But a person who feels significant, a person who has drive and conviction, will dash past everyone else looking and reach their hands out at great personal cost and risk. That's industry. That's the willingness to make a change through hard work and effort. And it is the virtue that sits opposite of sloth. Industry is so pervasive in our life, we almost don't recognize it as a virtue. It's a default existence for humanity, for a lot of people. Humans are expected to do and achieve as much as they can. And industry is right there. Industry is tied into the other seven as much as all of the core emotions, all the core cardinal motives. As for me, I spent yesterday doing laundry, gathering items. driving and shopping. Oops, we might be nodding off. I might still have a viewer, I might not. I do. That's right. Now, how does someone feel confident? How does someone become significant? It's complicated. It's not quite so simple, because some people simply do more significant things and live more significant lives. And the balance is delicate. Somebody could work very hard at something their entire life and have almost no effect on the world. Or someone could barely do anything. And the next thing you know, for the next 30 years, we're no strangers to love. I had no idea the impact they were going to have. They just wanted to release a piece of music. No, impact and importance are balanced across another virtue. It involves ambition and envy. That's the truth behind it. But we'll review the truth of envy on another day. Envy, you see, is the root of all evil. All of our truly dark feelings are rooted in envy. And the difference between envy and camaraderie. Got the itchies. It's all interconnected. And survival remains on the very bottommost rung. And the feeling of comfort and relaxation, being free from pain, suffering. These are things that are universal desires. Nobody wakes up in the morning and says, gee, I wish I had a broken arm today. And so we all feel the drive of industry, and we all feel the tug of sloth. When we feel insignificant, we don't want to try very hard. When we feel significant, we do our best. And to act against that, well, that's something special. And not so easy to claim. It's always nice to have someone to talk with when I'm doing my morning show. Thanks for making it that much better. Nothing's gonna stop me from doing what I'm doing. I'm an overlord. I know how powerful I am. But having a conversation buddy sure makes it easier. I almost dozed off. But having somebody to talk with makes it easier to see new perspectives and brings up more conversation topics. Is my mic on? Yes, it's just upside down. So later today, I'm going to be setting up my audio scrubber. Again, we'll try one more time. And I'm going to play blueprints here in a little while. And I have to go do the groceries and get started on some food processing. We may start our plant digests later today. And I may do my first workout later today as well. A lot of things happening. We're just going to do all of the important stuff all at once. But right now, the most important thing is getting a nap. I'm snoozing. Does it sound neat? Which ones sound most interesting to you? The nap? No, not the nap. I'm pretty sure my stream is lagging like crazy. That's what it usually does. I'll start off about 6 seconds out of sync and then gradually fall off over time. Oh yeah, we gotta get some workouts in. I need to reconfigure my house to make space. You can't be physically weak as an overlord. That's not going to pan out at all. In order to be an overlord, you have to manage an ecology and an economy together, which means you have to be able to lift roughly 100 pounds with ease, work for 9 hours without a break. You have to have a very physically fit and strong body to be an overlord. It's no place for weaklings. It's not about throwing energy blasts or laughing maniacally. Well, laughing maniacally is part of it, but that's really more about the intimidation factor for the government, trying to keep them out of your hair. No, it usually involves moving water, and moving a lot of it. You have to be strong. You need to be able to manage topsoil. You need to be able to deploy mulch. You have to be able to carry things. If you want to harvest crops, you have to get up in the morning and move baskets and harvest crops. And it's water, water, water. You're always lugging water and terraforming and changing the landscape for the better. So, strength is important. I plan to maintain my strength for the next 15 years through the Overlord project. But, very important that every winter, through autumn, after the harvest, and into winter, I let my body rest and heal. All the damage done through the previous 9 months has to roll off. So I do very, very little for a while. I allow myself the couch potato. I sit, I play video games, I sleep in a lot. I just relax and recharge and let everything heal back up. Now, I do work a full-time job at the same time as I'm doing this, but I know how to take it easy. I know how to let my body heal. And right now my condition is perfect again. So, then in the winter, I start working out again. I don't want to lose too much of my strength to idleness. It evaporates over time, faster for old people. So, now that my body is all healed up and rested up, we're all fueled up, we had our winter break, it's time to get on with it. It's time to start pushing. I'll probably play Ring Fit, as well as do some independent working out. I like free weights. I like doing body weight exercises, calisthenics, resistance exercises. Those are all good. Once the weather warms up a little bit, I'll get back on jogging. It should put me back up around 14 hours of work a day. That will be enough to make my body strong and durable once more, to have overlord levels of power. My vessel, yes, Ring Fit is the one fitness game. We will be playing the one fitness game called Ring Fit. That's the name of that one fitness game named Ring Fit. That's the name. The name is Ring Fit. Yes, that's that one there. They don't call it Chonk Bell. They could though, but they don't. Yes, it's quite good, and fortunately the ring is quite tough. I can max it out, but it doesn't break or take damage from my extreme power. It's very durable, so that's nice. So we're gonna play that. We'll do some blueprints. Actually, I'm tempted to jump into blueprints now. What do you think? Are you game? Well, yeah, I'm gonna get going. Let's start around. Here we go. Out of bed. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Cut the music. Change streams. All right. Let's get it. It's morning. Let's play Blueprints. And we'll just put that in here. There we go. Ready.